My name is Okuhle and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So this is my first video I am doing for YouTube and I hope it's not the last one I'm doing. Okay, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also hit that notification bell below. And yeah, please don't forget to comment. Be kind on your comments. Okay, so as you can see below here that my video is titled "Do These Things While You Are Still at Varsity and Thank Me Later." Yes, thank me later. So I was a student from 2017 until 2020, and yeah, there are things I've learned, there are things I did that worked for me, the things I did while I was still a student that that worked for me, and I thought, why not share them with other people? So even if you are planning to be a student, maybe you have a niece, a nephew, or you are a student yourself, I hope you find something that will be helpful to you. Okay, so I have my notebook on my side because I didn't want to forget or maybe to just go all over the place. I'm sorry if maybe for some here and there, I maybe look on the side, which I hope I won't. Okay, so the first thing is save as much money as you can. Yes, I encourage you to please save as much money as you can. I say this very aware that at varsity we have different situations. Some of you guys I know maybe don't have funding right now, don't know what's happening in terms of funding. You've been going to the financial aid, as we used to call it when I was still in varsity, finance department, where they do those things, they deal with finances and stuff. Maybe you've been going there, doing appeals, you know. Maybe someone does have funding, whether it's a bursary or a loan, or maybe someone is funded by their family. Situations differ for each and every person, and I'm aware of that. So but I'm asking you to do this if you can, if it's within your means. Save as much money as possible, preparing for when you are, you know, when it's after varsity, preparing for after varsity, because you're gonna need that money. There's just a lot that happens after you've left varsity. There's just so much that needs money, and having those small savings can be so relieving, you know, for you. Okay, so do this if you can, because also myself, I've been in a situation where, you know, I had to squeeze some of my family members in my bursary allowance. So I was fortunate to get a bursary in the middle of my first year. Before that, I had a loan. I was using it, and it was still a loan then. Then I got a bursary. I was so happy because it meant so much to me. Because when I was still using a loan, I was scared. I was like so anxious. How am I gonna pay it? Because it was like a lot of money. Yes, maybe for someone it might not sound a lot, but you know, when you're coming from the rural areas, and then you see your fees go to 20,000, you're like, okay, but I'm happy that I'm getting this education. This is a lot of money. It's costly. Education is costly, guys. Okay, so please save as much money as you can or as possible. Number 2, buy small pieces of appliances, whatever you can afford. Kettle, maybe an ironing board. For some it could be a fridge, depending on how much you can afford. Toasters, but I would advise that on the basic ones, those important ones, for example, the microwave, the fridge, the iron, what else, then you can follow with the rest. This will help you a lot, especially after varsity. I'll give you an example from my experience. So when I was still at varsity, I live in a student accommodation that had I think we had our own microwave, but there was just so many of us. We shared the kitchen and we had our microwave, which we shared in the floor, on our floor. So we shared it. I think there was like 15 of us or 22 of us. Can't remember well. So we're sharing the same microwave. But I had a challenge. For me, it was challenging because some people would leave it dirty, and someone would maybe cook meat on it, leave the blood there, and go eat in their room. When you get there, you have to clean it, warm your food. Then the next time you come back, or someone else have done their mess also, they did not clean, so you have to keep on cleaning. So I decided, you know what, that was after I got a bursary. I was like, I'm saving on a microwave. First I saved on a microwave, then later I saved for a fridge. And the nice thing is, in most universities are in these big cities, né? And you will find that there's Gumtree there. You can even get a good second hand. Because I remember the fridge I bought, it was a good second hand. It was not brand new, but it was still new. It was still in a good condition, and I got it at a very cheap price. So I bought it and bought some other things, irons and all of that. Obviously some I need, but it differs with maybe the kind of student accommodation that you have, because I know some people that had student accommodations that provide everything, and those people are in a very good advantage if you have the means, or you can buy the appliances, maybe the small appliances, and then they take them with you when you leave varsity. I know this might sound crazy, but it did help me a lot, because after varsity I left. Luckily, I managed to book a bus that allowed me to bring a lot of luggage. So I brought all the things I bought while I was still at varsity with me. I did not sell. Well, I sold a few things, but most of them I took them with me. All my dishes, my everything, took them with me. Okay. Fast forward after varsity. Now, well, the first job I got, I was still at home. And then I left the job because my dad was sick and I had to go and spend time with him. It's a long story for another day. Then the second job I got was last year, August 2021. My second job, and I had to relocate. So I took all the things I brought with me at home to my new place, and that was so helpful, because the savings I had were finished by that time. I mean, it was months. There was a time where I was unemployed for a while. And so obviously the things that I needed to buy with the money, so the money was finished, the savings were finished, but at least I had those appliances. So my family helped me with rent, relocation expenses. There's also transport, because I work in rural areas, so I had to pay for the transport as well. So they helped me with that. As for the appliances, I was so happy that I made that decision of keeping them, because it paid off when I had to relocate for a job. I'm saying all those things, but I knowing that situations are different for everyone. For some people, you will have to sell that fridge because you need to go and do an interview somewhere, But I hope you can take what is helpful to you. So buying the appliances, keeping them with you, taking them home, and relocating with them to your new job. Very helpful, and it will save you money and a lot of stress, because that is a very stressful experience. Being prepared a little is does help a lot, even if you prepared a little financially, or maybe in terms of some appliances and so yeah, do that please, guys. Thirdly, volunteer. Do some volunteer work, guys. Not because you have to, but because you love to. And also make sure that you volunteer for causes that you're passionate about. For someone, it could be animals. For another person, it could be assisting, maybe some like being involved in projects that assist learners, with improving their grades and everything and all of that. Do what you're passionate about, so that you don't feel like you're being forced, but you enjoy everything. You enjoy the journey. And being a student is hard. It can be draining emotionally, challenging financially, like it's a lot, but it will be worth it at the end. So being involved in volunteer projects can bring some sort of some like a sense of healing to your soul, or maybe it can revive you, because you're away from these books that are like reading and everything. You're helping, whatever that you're doing, you're helping, and it can really restore you emotionally and make you a better person. When you go back to those books, you go back like with so much hope and thinking that, oh my God, I did this, but I understand that not everyone has the time to volunteer. I know some nursing students. I remember my roommate from varsity. One of my roommates was a nurse. So she would go in the morning, come back in the evening, So if you have the time to volunteer, do volunteer. The fourth thing is, guys, if you are a student, nurse, student, teacher, or you have to go and do your practical somewhere, in a company, in an institution, wherever, please be professional, behave yourself, be kind. When you live in good terms, even if maybe you were not treated well, but live in good terms. Because guess what? Maybe there will be a point in your life where you will need that reference reference letter, and they have to describe what kind of a person you were when you were working under them or with them, So please be professional, and also be kind to the people you're working with. Don't come there with an attitude. Greet people, greet the lady that is mopping the floor. Just be kind. I was smiling looking at some of for looking at the reference letters I received from the schools I did my school practicals at. Guys, sometimes you don't know yourself, ne? But it takes you to, sometimes we don't know ourselves 100%, but sometimes we learn about ourselves through other people's eyes. I don't know if it makes sense, but from what the person says, I'm like this, Candy. I meant so much to you, those things. So yeah, please. And last but not least, be kind to yourself, okay? Being a student is hard. We come from different backgrounds. We carry so much that we don't talk about, or maybe it's not written on our faces. Some of us are we're the first ones to go to varsity. Maybe you might be the first one. Maybe you are the breadwinner / student. You have to work. while you are studying. Maybe, you know, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and understand where you come from, because we don't come from like same place, same backgrounds. So yeah, that will help you even in terms of the people you bring around you. Will it be people that will understand you, or that will put pressure on you, or you know? So you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways guys, before this video goes to like 17 minutes, I didn't know it will take so long, but I hope you watch it till the end. From me, Okuhle, it's bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below. See you next time. Take care. Bye.